I'm sitting in a penthouse right now, overlooking downtown LA, watching my bank account hit numbers I used to think were fake. But the crazy part? None of this started with money. It started with a $40 laptop I almost threw away and files I was never supposed to open. 3 years ago, I was basically invisible. No job that mattered, no real place to stay, just bouncing between cheap rooms, couch surfing when I could, and pretending my life was temporary. You know that lie broke people tell themselves? Things will change soon. Yeah, that was me. One night, I was at this pawn shop just trying to flip a phone for gas money when I saw it. A beat-up laptop, no charger, sticky keys, screen slightly cracked. The guy behind the counter said, $40, works, I think. I laughed because of course it worked, I think. But I bought it anyway, because at that point, I wasn't choosing quality, I was choosing survival tools. I didn't even open it until later that night inside my car. It booted up way too fast for something that old, and right away, I noticed something weird. No normal user files, no photos, no browser history, just one folder sitting on the desktop named Do Not Open. Now listen, I'm not a genius, but I'm also not dumb enough to ignore something like that. So obviously, I opened it. Inside was a single file, encrypted, and a text document that just said, if you're reading this, you already made a mistake. Yeah, cool, great start. I almost shut the laptop right there. But then I noticed something else. The file wasn't random. It was labeled like it belonged to a system, like accounts, transfers, ID verification, offshore logs, and one more folder just called Mirror Access. That name stuck in my head because it didn't sound like personal files. It sounded like infrastructure, like something way bigger than one person. I spent the rest of the night trying to open anything. Nothing worked. Everything needed a key, a password, or something I didn't have, until I found a second hidden file buried deep in system settings. A note, short, direct. No one finds this by accident. If you did, don't sell it. They will come. At that point, I should have stopped, deleted everything, walked away. But here's the truth about being broke. When you've got nothing, danger starts feeling optional, and curiosity starts feeling like opportunity. So instead of running, I kept digging, and that's when I found the first name. One name, highlighted, repeated in multiple files. Reed. Marcus Reed. And underneath it, transactions, millions moving through accounts I didn't understand. That's when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. One message, you're inside now. And just like that, my life stopped being normal.
I stared at that message for a solid minute. You're inside now. Inside what? Inside a file, a system, a trap, somebody's joke? I tried telling myself it was spam, some random hacker prank, wrong number, anything normal. But my gut already knew this wasn't random. I turned the laptop brightness down and looked around my car like someone was sitting in the back seat. Nothing. Just silence and a half-dead parking lot light flickering above me. Then the laptop chimed again. A new folder appeared on its own. I didn't download anything. I didn't click anything. It just showed up. Live feed access, limited. My stomach dropped. I opened it. And for a second, I didn't even understand what I was seeing. Security footage, a warehouse, people moving crates. Then a close-up shot of a man I immediately recognized from the files, Marcus Reed, alive, talking to someone off camera, not panicking, not hiding, commanding, like he was still in control of everything. I leaned closer to the screen so fast I almost dropped the laptop, and then I heard it. Audio came through, low quality, distorted, but clear enough. Marcus said, if anyone opens the mirror system, it means I'm already gone. My chest tightened, because he was clearly not gone. I was literally watching him. Then the second voice came in, a man I didn't see yet, calm, professional, like he was discussing the weather. Or it means you planned for it. Marcus didn't answer immediately. Then he said something that made my skin go cold. Either way, they'll find whoever opens it first. The feed cut for a half-second, then switched angles. Now it showed a server room, rows of machines, blinding blue lights, and a label on the wall, Project Mirror. That name again, the same one from the laptop folder. My hands started shaking, because this wasn't just stolen data. This was a system, a real one, something active, something being used. Then another message popped up on my screen. Do you want to continue access? 2 options. Yes, no. I didn't click anything, but my cursor moved on its own, slowly, hovering over yes. I swear I didn't touch the mouse. Then a loud bang hit my car window. I jumped so hard my elbow hit the steering wheel. Someone outside. I turned my head instantly. A man standing right next to my car, dark jacket, hoodie up, face half hidden, and he just stared at me like he already knew what I was holding. Then he tapped the glass once and pointed at my laptop. My heart went absolutely insane, because in that moment I realized something simple but terrifying. This wasn't something I found. This was something I was given.
I didn't roll the window down, didn't move, didn't breathe right. Just sat there staring at him like my brain had disconnected from reality. The guy outside didn't rush me, didn't knock again. He just stood there, calm, too calm. Then he slowly raised his hand and pointed at the laptop again, like he was reminding me, I see you. I see what you're holding. My cursor was still hovering over yes on the screen, moving slightly, still not my control. That's when I realized something way worse. The laptop wasn't just hacked, it was being watched in real time. I slammed the lid shut, instantly. Silence. No screen glow, no movement, just my own breathing and the pounding in my chest. When I looked back up, the man outside was still there. But now he was on the phone, talking, probably about me. I made a decision right there. I started the car, no hesitation, reverse, pull out, tires screeching slightly, and I didn't care who saw me. I just left. I drove for almost an hour straight until I ended up in some random industrial area outside the city. Empty streets, old warehouses, no people. Perfect place to think, or panic, or both. I finally opened the laptop again, against every instinct I had. The screen flickered back on, and now there was a new folder on the desktop. I didn't put it there. It wasn't there before. Just one name, Level 2. And underneath it, if you're seeing this, they found you. My hand hovered over it, and for the first time since all of this started, I seriously considered not clicking.
I didn't click it right away. I just sat there staring at that folder like it was staring back at me. Level 2. That name alone made my stomach twist, because it implied there was a Level 1, which I already had access to, and something even deeper waiting after this. I leaned back in the seat, rubbing my face hard like I could reset my brain. But reality doesn't reset, it just escalates. Outside the car, everything was still empty, too empty. No cars, no movement, just that dead industrial stretch of road and the occasional flicker of a broken streetlight. Then my phone buzzed again. Same unknown number. This time no call, just a single message. Open it before they do. I laughed once under my breath, not because it was funny, because it was insane. They? Who the hell was they? The people tracking me? The man from the car park? The voice on the phone? At this point, it didn't even matter, because either I stayed in the dark and got found, or I opened it and stepped deeper into whatever this was. So yeah, I clicked it. The folder opened instantly. No loading screen, no delay. Inside was a single file, Mirror Core Access, and next to it, a video icon. My cursor hovered, then clicked. The screen went black for 2 seconds. Then Marcus Reed appeared, again, but this time it wasn't warehouse footage. It looked like a private room. Dim lighting, close camera angle. He leaned in immediately like he was talking directly to me, and the first thing he said was, "If you're watching this, you ignored every warning I gave you." I exhaled slowly. "Yeah, no kidding," I muttered. Marcus looked exhausted, not scared, not panicked, just done, like someone who had been running a race too long. He continued, "Project Mirror isn't a file system, it's a map." That word hit me differently. Map. He reached off screen and pulled something into view, a printed diagram. Nodes, connections, accounts, names, all tied together like a spider web. Then he pointed directly at one section. "You're here." My heart dropped because there was a dot flashing right in the center of it, labeled Unauthorized Access, Active Holder. Me. That was me. Marcus leaned closer. "And now that you're inside the system, it's going to try to stabilize itself." I frowned. "Stabilize?" He nodded. "By replacing me." Silence. That sentence didn't make sense at first. Then it did. Too much sense. Marcus wasn't just the owner of information. He was the structure holding it together. And now that I had access, the system was looking for a new anchor. Me. Marcus continued, voice lower now. "There are people who built this system and people who depend on it." He paused. "And neither group wants you alive if you can't be controlled." The screen flickered slightly, like interference. Then Marcus added one last thing. "If you want to survive this, you need leverage." The screen cut to black, and immediately after, a new file appeared, automatically, no click, no input, just Level 3, Vault Seed. My mouth went dry, because I finally understood the pattern. This wasn't just information, it was a ladder, and every step up made me more valuable and more hunted. I sat there for a long time just staring at that file. Then I said it out loud to nobody. What the hell did I just get myself into? And as if answering me, my phone buzzed again. Unknown number. One line. Too late to turn back now.
Before you go, hit that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable stories just like this one. See you in the next story.